in my early teen time, I was really stressed trying to figure out what worked because everything I did didn't seem to do anything. And that was because I was following what others did. That was my problem. But yeah, I mean, you summed that whole area up very well. I would definitely say that as a teen, it's definitely good to get a coach right off the bat. I think there's so many ways to learn. Like, you can go on YouTube and you can just start Googling things. But I feel like the rabbit hole is much bigger now than when we were younger. Because when we were younger, we didn't have the internet. So it was books, it was magazines. But again, now you could really go down the rabbit hole with it, and I feel like it'd be way worse. So I think getting a coach early on is good because it will teach you the basics. A good coach, actually. But it's good to teach you the basics. Okay, this is how you handle your nutrition. This is how you put weight on. This is how you build muscle. And then again, adapting everything from there. I think that cuts down that curve. And then you could do kind of what Pete was saying, where you just focus everything and that time on growing and getting that and putting that as your forefront because the life stresses around you aren't there.
Yeah, 100%. I think the earlier you start by having a plan that you can do consistently over time without changing it, the better, because that's going to give you the initial results that you're always going to build off of. So what I mean by that is, the main thing that changes over time when you're focusing on building muscle, burning fat is once you build that foundation, like you mentioned earlier, from there it's mostly refining after that. Yeah. And that's where you're going to start using more advanced strategies, different approaches, more extreme approaches for short periods of time. But in the beginning, it's all about that consistency. Like, if you take somebody and their goal is just they want to build as much muscle, if they're a teen, let's just say, or even if they're in their 20s, 30s, whatever it is, but when they haven't trained before, and they come to you and they say, listen, I want to build as much muscle as possible, the first 1 to 3 years is going to be the same thing over and over again consistently, and every year he's going to get bigger, he's going to get stronger, he's going to keep building off of it. Once he reaches kind of that end of his newbie gains, it's going to be about refining, and then all the approaches are going to have to change. And a lot of people forget about that too. They think, okay, this worked so well for the first 3 years. I found the magic bullet. I'm going to do this forever. How you train in the first 1 to 3 years probably looks drastically different from what you do right now.
Oh.